in New York City. Now, from the time that I first visited Israel in 1973, I believe that Israel is a nation of miracles. It's a miracle that Israel was able to reestablish itself on the very ground that God gave it 4,000 years before, and from which it has been dispersed 2,000 years ago. Its return home, despite exceptional odds, was not without pain and bloodshed. It was reestablished as the home for the Jewish people that barely survived the Holocaust, and it's been relentlessly pursued and threatened ever since. It stands because of the sacrifice of its people and because of what only can be described as divine providence. When it's been attacked by bigger and more prosperous nations, it's not only secured stunning military victories, but has ended up with more land than more closely resembles that which conforms to the biblical deed of trust. Its enemies have demanded that land be given back. But when Israel has attempted to give land for peace, it gave land but failed to obtain peace. When it gave up any claim to Gaza and actually forcibly removed its own Jewish people from there, it was supposed to be for peace. It instead gave terrorist groups like Hamas a beachhead to spread violence within just a few hundred yards of where Israeli children play, shopkeepers sell their merchandise, and people sleep in their homes. I've stood in front of thousands of Katyusha rockets in the city of Sderot that were intended to kill or maim Israeli citizens. Hundreds of missiles or rockets have been fired from Gaza into Israel just in the past week. Like a patient and long-suffering adult who puts up with only so much of a rebellious child before finally saying, "That's enough," Israel this week decided that it would no longer be savagely attacked. Israel didn't draw first blood, but it has now vowed it will fight until the last blood. Israel not only has the right to defend itself, it has the right to eliminate the cancer that is threatening its very existence. Hamas may rule the day that it finally crossed a bridge too far, because if it's business as usual by the American media, well, you might see sad pictures from Gaza of wounded civilians. What you won't see is that long before the Palestinians who celebrated Hamas had suffered wounds, they inflicted them on Israel. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem, but also pray for the steady resolve of Prime Minister Netanyahu and the Israeli people. That's my view, and I always welcome yours.